Hey, Happy. Life is a gamble. Miracles.
And if you're a new player or returned, but mainly a new player, you're in really good hands at the moment, okay? So first of all, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. How many pulls you get as a new player? As a new player, you get around 180 pulls, including all of the things that you can do as a new player, all the incentives. Let's assume you don't have the pre-registration reward, because that was from 3 months ago, even a little bit more. So minus 10 pulls, but you're still gonna have 170 pulls, more or less, of course, and it depends also when you join, during which patch and at what point in the patch itself. The main reason why I'm making this video is to make you understand as a new player what to do and how to properly build your account, because I feel like account value is way more important than having one character with multiple portraits, right? First of all, let's go ahead and understand which summons are here at the moment. As a new player, you will have these 4 banners over here. You're gonna have the beginner banner, the limited banner with Calabauna, and the rerunning banner with Centurion, and the standard banner. Okay, now you don't touch the standard banner. The banner doesn't exist. Boom, dead. Now, what I want you to do, and what I feel like is going to be the best for you, the best course of action, is to pick up a character from the beginner banner. Now, it's important to understand the value of these 3 characters, so I'm going to briefly tell you, but if you need an actual build for them, go check on my channel for the details. But as an overall summary of the character's importance or value, let's say that Regulus is the most important of the banner for the long term, but Regulus is a slow character, so it might not feel that good as a new player, so you need to pair Regulus with another character. Eternity is a decent character. She's gonna work, she will work even in the future, but she gets a little bit power crept by other characters, because in the future is gonna be Calabauna, which is already here, and Chunyangshi, which is the 1.6 character that's coming in 4 months. If you need a mineral afflatus, I suggest you that you don't get Eternity from this one, but you pull for Calabauna instead, because the damage is way higher. She doesn't really do a lot of damage, as much as Calabauna at least, but she still work. You will clear everything with every character. It's important to specify that. You don't worry about any of these characters, not now, not the past, and not the future. Any character that you like is, if built properly, which is something that you're gonna do, it's going to be very important to understand that they're going to be fine and enough to clear every content as of today, okay? Even in the future. So Lilia here is the least important one. Even, I mean, at this point, it's going to be on pair with Eternity, considering Calabauna is out, but Lilia falls off a little bit compared to other characters. Now, this doesn't mean that she doesn't do any damage, but it's important to understand that she is not the best star DPS, okay? But you do need a DPS, so keep that in mind. You need a DPS for each afflatus, because those are the 4 elements, beast, mineral, plant, and star. There's also spirit and intellect, but we don't care about those, because you don't really encounter them too much, and even if you do, they don't really have a specific strength, so you can just bash them down with your current DPS that you would like to use, okay? So in the beginner banner, it would be better to pick up Regulus, but if you pick up Regulus, and if you reroll to get Regulus, it's going to be slow a little bit, so you need to pair with another character, and this character could be Calabauna or Centurion. Now, at this point, if you're watching the video as of today's upload, Beast is not available anymore, so this is your only chance now to get a Beast DPS. The next chance that you're gonna get is gonna be in 1.5 in 3 months, and it's gonna be Spatodia. But Spatodia is not as straightforward as Centurion. Now, I'm not gonna stress too much, not gonna waste too much time explaining why, because that's probably another topic for another video, but I would argue that Centurion has way more straightforwardness compared to Spatodia. So, and Centurion is here right now, so if you need beast coverage, I feel like it could be a good idea as a new player to pick up Centurion, okay? Because that's, now you have one beast DPS for the beast element. Now, and that's really good, especially now, because this is the only chance for you, okay? Now, for mineral DPS, you could pick up Calabauna or Eternity if you happen to get Eternity from the standard banner, but keep in mind that you will replace Eternity with Chunyangshi on the 1.6. Now, when it comes to other characters, what are they? Are they good? Are they not good? So what I did is to prepare a little bit of a tier list here. These characters you might not know, but it's important to understand where they place in the game and what's their value. So first of all, the healers. The best healers in the game are Tooth Fairy and Medicine Pocket when it comes to 6 stars, but if you can't get them because you can't get them anymore. You could get Medicine Pocket in the future. We're going to check that in a second. But as a free healer, you will get DK as a free healer, which is on B. After 8 days of logging in, you get your free DK, which is a good beast healer. And if you happen to get a random pop of a 5-star for a mineral healer, Balloon Party is extremely good. It's still used today. Very, very good healer. Counter, heals, mitigation. You have everything. Tooth Fairy is the broken healer of the game. She's extremely strong. She enables everybody to crit almost. And on her hold, she has a dispel. It's very important to pick up Tooth Fairy. But sadly, if you're watching this video today, when it comes out, you don't have Tooth Fairy. Now, you don't have Tooth Fairy, but all of these characters eventually joined the standard banner. For example, after 3 patches, the limited banner joined the standard banner. So the 1.1 characters on 1.4, they will join standard banner, and the 1.4 characters are Melania and Pickles. Now, Pickles is not here, so what I'm going to do is go to the Pridwin website, which I suggest you do as well, to check all of the characters, including the ones that were not in this scuffed tier list that I found online with 2 seconds of Googling. But these characters, there's also other characters that need to be addressed. For example, Pickles is extremely good. It's an extremely good support. Spatodia might be your main DPS for Beast, so if you want to save for her, you can do that. Shaman is a really good Beast debuffer coming after Calabauna in just a little bit. And then we have in 1.4, we have 37 and 6. Now 6 is one of the best, if not the best debuffer in the game. 37 is a little more niche, but you can enable her at the maximum power if you then after 1.4 pick up Xunyangshi on the 1.6. So it's important to remember these characters. Ezra is a little bit of a hybrid. I don't personally recommend him because it's a very niche, and it would only work if you need a support and at the same time some Eureka builder for 37. Let's go ahead and address the DPSs that you might be able to pull for each afflatus. Now, for the planned DPS, you are not in a good spot because the Jessica and Annalie banner just went away. Now, what you can do is either wait for Druvis or pick up a copy of Beacon Bloom, which is S tier in my opinion. For the mineral afflatus, this is the quote-unquote the best time because you can pick up Calabauna and you're fine with Eternity. You can use Eternity, that's fine. Now, that would also mean that if you pick up Eternity and you use Eternity for the next 4 months, then you will be able to pick up the incredibly, ridiculously strong Chunengshi, which is the 1.6, which is coming in 4 or 5 months. Mineral DPS, she's extremely strong and very, very, very powerful. She out DPSs almost every DPS in the game, even at P0. So you might want to wait for her and get her to whenever she comes. For the Beast DPS, you have it covered because you could pick up Centurion right now, which is a really, really good addition, very straightforward, powerful DPS. Or you can also go ahead and wait for Spatodia. Spatodia is a very powerful DPS. She needs a little bit of setup, and she might want to play with another 5-star characters, which is Ulu, which is a 1.5 character that comes with Spatodia banner. So that's not a real problem to get a character. You're most likely gonna get it unless you get really lucky, which could happen. So keep that in mind. Now for the star DPS, it's not that big of a choice. You can mainly do Lilia as a main DPS, or if you don't want Lilia and you want Charlie instead, you can do Charlie main DPS. You have 37, which is a DPS, but she needs either more portrait, which is more copies, or a lot of party members that enable her passive, and for her passive to be enabled you need extra attacks. Now when it comes to the future, which banner do we have right now, which are these, and which banner we're gonna get in the future, because it's important to understand what's coming, right? So after those 2 banners we're gonna get the, hopefully, this was China order. We might not follow these banners, but here's the list. You can go check the list. I'm going to link it in the description as well. You can go check it and understand which order they're coming in and plan your pulls accordingly. Now, I'm not going to waste time talking about these. You can check yourself and plan yourself. You don't need me to be here. Now, for a smooth sailing experience, I would suggest that you pick up Regulus and one of these 2 characters, and then you stop and chill. if you can afford it as a free-to-play, if you can afford it, if you're lucky enough, depending on how it goes, you might want to get all of the characters here. Because having Centurion, Calabauna, and Regulus, it's an insane start for a new player. So it would be nice if you could do that, but I understand that it's not everybody's possibility to do that. You might not be able to do that. So that said, I don't think there's anything else I can say. If I forgot anything, please let me know in the comment, ask away. If you still have some doubts, it's normal, don't worry about it. Leave a comment below, smash the like button, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.